Guys, this is Mega Snow Lizard. Yeah. So I got Soundwave, Cybertron mode, Decepticon, Sonic Warrior, Decepticon, Transformers United, Zeb 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 00 dash. Oh, that's UN. Okay, that's UN-05. That's his number, and you see he has a technical point of 3. Takara Tome. All right. So I was hoping to get this guy for a while, but it's kind of hard to get my hands on. Trying to do eBay. Sometimes it goes up for $30, $40, and I barely got him. I just gave up, and I just got it from TF Source, which is a good place to buy anything that you really want. So here we are, and he's inside the packaging. I thought he was gonna be a lot bigger, only because I was messing around with this guy so much. Yep, Dirge, Universe Dirge, that I did a review on just the other day. Big, bulky, awesome figure, awesome mold. But for this one, he seems so tiny. Even his weapon seems kind of dinky. But yeah, I can't compare the two. This guy's a totally different. This is the Generations line. I love the Generations line. I have not found a disappointing Generations figure yet, because I've been avoiding the ones I don't like. And I also love Soundwave. I wanted to get my hands on this one. I couldn't afford it at the time, and technically I still can't. But yeah. Anyways, let's go look at the packaging a little more. Okay. And here's his back and lots of Japanese lettering that I cannot read. Whoa. Okay. Cybertronian mode, because you're not going to see this on the streets. Oh, there you go. Now we go over his stats. Strength of 4, intelligence of 9. I totally agree with that. Speed of 8, endurance of 5. Rank of 8. That sounds about right. Courage of 7. He is kind of okay. Fire Blast of 9, awesome, and Skill of 9, totaling 59 points altogether. And there he is in his transform vehicle mode and his robot form. He has big feet, but you guys know what people say about big feet. I'm not going to go into that. And he has 2 weapons, 1 shoulder cannon, 1 handheld. I forgot what that was called. It's not ringing a bell. What the heck is this? His chest opens up and you can actually store his weapons and stuff inside his chest, which is awesome. It kind of reminds me of the Generation Scourge. Another figure that could actually hide or store the weapons inside his wings. And that is just an awesome plus gimmick, or whatever, whatchamacallit, for these figures. There's not that many that do, and there's nothing really on the bottom. Alright. So I'm going to mess around with him a little bit, then I'm going to continue on with this video review. And in the meantime, you can see a close-up of the box. Let me refocus. There we go. He's looking away from the camera. He's shy, folks. Actually, he's not shy. Okay, guys, so this is him out of his packaging, and I did transform it ahead of time. So this is what he basically looks like. Try to refocus. There we go. So this is his front. Auto-focusing someplace else. There we go. So this is his front with his little tiny bumper fangs in the front. And this is a Takara version, so it's really metallic purple. I'm not sure if that shows up on the camera. But he's a very nice deep purple color, not blue. Not blue at all, like I'm seeing on the screen right now. It's a dark purple. On here you see the wheels. There's a little bit of pink, suggesting like highlights, I guess. Then you see the vents on the back and rear lights in the back. Overall, a very nice looking alt mode, Cybertronian car mode. And here's him underneath. I already have a stress mark right here. That's kind of unfortunate. But he does roll really well. No, not really. Some of his wheels aren't turning. Maybe because I transferred him too close. Let me do it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he rolls pretty well. I already kind of scratched up the paint right there. That's kind of... Oh well. Anyways, okay, let's go get straight to his robot mode then. You could begin by folding these parts down, like so. Oh wait, before we go do that, might as well show you the weapons, huh? Weapon storage. Then you could just pull it out, close it up, put this back down. Then you have the weapons over here, and this is basically clear. I'm not sorry. Let me try to refocus. It's basically clear plastic painted over with purplish blue violet looking paint, except for the front part. And this part just pops out. It's the same thing. Transparent plastic painted over. So you now have these separate pieces, and you could basically plug it into here and here. So now you have a Soundwave vehicle form. Doesn't want to go in. There we go. Weapons on his car form, which looks nice. Nice looking, very, very nice looking. Okay, now let's go pull these weapons off, put it off to the side, and let's go start getting him transformed. So you can pull the, I just did it like, you just pull these off. You have to form, you have to bend these joints a little bit later. From here, you just have to tilt it up, basically snap it in half, and separate that part down. Okay, now let's go focus on the feet. Separate this part. The feet is the interesting part because there's a spring mechanism that gets in the way. When I say in the way, I actually kind of mean in the way. So let's pull it all the way down. You rotate the feet on this ball joint. Okay, and you see these springs right there? They're to help you to transform it into vehicle mode. But if you want to get into robot mode, it's kind of more finicky, where you want to use your fingernail, hold it to the side like so. Then there's actually a little tab right here, if you can see it, above the foot, and there's a hole right there on this leg. So you use your fingernail, pull it over, snap the tab into that hole before the spring has the chance to spring back. Now you want to do the same thing on this side. And you hear that nice clicking sound. For this, you just rotate it. And basically you have the legs right there. Sorry about the lighting. There we go. So he has big giant duck feet. There we go. Okay, now for the half of him is already done. The other half is just going to be the transformation of the arms and torso. Basically, you just want to grab this part, split the roof, or split it in half, rotate it. So you expose his head, like so. Then you want to go back here, and pull that out. Once again on this side, go back here, pull it out. Then you could, if you wish, you could pull out the hands ahead of time, which I'm going to do right now. So you can pull his hands out. There we are. So this is what you have. So, and these two wheels do get in the way, so you just want to fold them on that weird joint in, so he claps it right close to his back as possible. There we go. And his bottom part's still kind of loose. It's not locked in yet, but that's fine. we'll worry about that one just a little bit. So just rotate the arms. Rotate the arms. There we are. And the panels that we're covering inside, you just fold them in, just to give it a cleaner look. And right here, mid part, you just want to lock that down. So basically, you have your Soundwave robot complete. That's what he looks like in his completed, incomplete robot form. Of course, what would Soundwave be without his weapons? Especially his shoulder cannon and his hand weapon. I forgot what you call that, but basically there's a peg up here. There's a hole right here in this peg on the weapon, so you just shove that in there. Then you have his shoulder cannon. Then you have his hand weapon. For some odd reason, I think the hole is not big enough. It's kind of hard for me to... Oh, there we go. There we go. Finally something that comes out right. Okay. So, he doesn't have that much kibble. Was everything folds... Let me bring it closer. But everything seems to close in around this figure. There's the wheels. The biggest thing about him is basically his feet. He has a nice looking head sculpt. And let me try to focus on his head. There we go. Very, very nice head sculpt. And if you wish, you can always open up his cavity by lifting that part up and just grabbing the top part and just pulling it out. Then you can always open up this area. You can store his weapons, or if you could find something small to put in there, then you can. So we'll close that, pull back a little bit. Any gripes about this figure? Let's see. I think his waist is kind of thin. His waist is kind of thin. He doesn't come with Soundwave. Oh, what am I talking about? Laserbeak. This is the first figure I don't have a Laserbeak with Soundwave, and that's something new to me. And it kind of bothers me because they're always together. They're a symbiotic relationship. One does the chore of seeking out, and one gets the credit. Basically. Oh, this will be the only time when you actually... It's not completely transformed. This will be the only time when you're actually pulling heels away on a Transformers toy. Unlike most Transformers, you pull out the heel to give it more stabilization, to stabilize the figure to stand up more straight in any posture. But in this figure, the feet are already big enough. So, you just tuck these away to give it a cleaner look. And that's pretty much it. As I said, I love the paint scheme on this guy. He's awesome. And besides, no Laserbeak, thin waist, he's pretty good. Okay, now let's go through the articulation real fast. He has ball hinged shoulders, so he could basically move his arms anywhere. They're not hindered unless you consider this small front wheel thing hindrance. If he wants to like scratch his butt or something, he can't do that. He has his arm could also go in and out, but there's enough space to do that. There's a upper arm hinge. There's a mid bicep swivel. It could rotate all the way around. His hand goes in and out with the transformation, and it also goes side to side at the wrist. So that's not too bad. His head, it only goes side to side. It doesn't go up and down. Let's see. And there's no waist articulation. His leg could go. It's on the ball joint, so it could go in any direction on that. That's how far it could go with the leg. He does have a upper thigh swivel, so you could go all the way around with that. He has a single joint knee, and he has a ball joint ankle, so you could pose him in many different ways. He's awesome. He's an awesome figure. He's a must-have for any collector, especially with the Generations line. The Generations line is it's amazing. I really love their figures. There's hardly anything wrong with them. If there are, then it's very few and far in between. Okay. So, trying to give him like a menacing pose. There is no light piping, that's for sure. Does have clear plastic on top of his head to initiate light piping, but basically his eyes are covered over with red paint, which is fine. It's okay. Trying to point his gun at you. But yeah, overall he's an awesome figure. He's awesome. But does he measure up to this guy? Yeah, no. Dirge. I have Dirge over here too, on my previous review. If you want to see a size comparison. There we go. This guy has ratchet joints. Soundwave does not. Let me get you guys a size comparison real fast. I'm gonna just grab a couple random figures on my desk. There we go. We'll go with the smallest first. The Creatoy, Optimus Prime. There he is. Here's a Universe Dirge. A good, they're like right next to each other. Good. A good 2 inches or 3 inches shorter. And compared to that, I have Jetfire, which is much taller than everything else, and dwarfs Optimus. Jetfire is bigger than Optimus Prime. Okay, so yeah, I keep on forgetting I'm reviewing this toy. Yeah, so he's an awesome figure. If you don't have him, he's a must-have. I give him a 10 out of 10. Maybe 9.5, but some of that stress mark is really bothering me. And no Laserbeak. No Laserbeak. Why do you not have Laserbeak? Why? But okay. Besides that, yeah, pretty much a must-have figure. Go guys, you guys can go find it. This is Mega Snow Lizard signing off. See you guys next time.